Y'all, we back, baby. New and improved Primo Sports for y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's your host, Jake, spreading love, episode 32. I'm with my co-host.
You already know who it is. It's your boy Lex, and welcome back to another episode of Primo Sports with it's all game and no hype.
Yeah, you already know the fucking vibes, man. I told y'all we was gonna come up on y'all. You feel me? Every day thinking about what was the next plan on how we was gonna improve. So gonna get y'all some better quality videos. Better quality sound. We here for y'all. You feel me? We trying to be the best we could be, but without y'all, we ain't shit at the end of the day. So appreciate all the likes, all you know what I'm saying, every subscriber. We gotta get that up. We almost at 50. Know what I mean? We got 43 right now.
Let's go.
Let's get to that 50. All organic, no funny shit, no bots, none of that. So we just trying to get it out the mud. But yeah, we're gonna start it off with the NBA All-Star game. You had the Stars and the Stripes versus the World. Um, just in your opinion, did you feel like that format worked? Did it make it more competitive in your eyes? And just what was your assessment of the NBA All Star game?
It looked more competitive to some degree, but from what I got to see, because I caught it late, but yeah, it looked a little bit more competitive. I definitely think that it showed that when it comes to US versus the world, though, we know who the top dog is. You feel me?
Yeah,
But the Stars versus the Stripes, that's kind of a cool concept, I think. Um there's still a part of me that's kind of a little stuck in my ways that just wants to see the East versus West. You feel me? But I'm not necessarily mad at what they tried to do with it. Maybe if they do it again next year, maybe they figure out a different way to do it, but still have like the same type of concept. I see that the viewership went up for it, so that's cool. But I think overall it's pretty decent. I think we got to see a lot more competitiveness. Kawhi definitely showed out. I don't know what type of time he was on, but
yeah, oh yeah.
he was on one. You know what I'm saying? But I
Robot
think
activated.
you're right. I think we need to see more of that though, because I just think about some of the All Star games from like the '90s and 2000s and stuff, and how like back and forth it was, and then like I used to see like flashy passes and shit like that when niggas was coming down for fast breaks and shit like that. So I
Right.
kind of miss that, but I'm not necessarily mad at this concept. We'll see what happens for next year. Maybe they come up with a different way to do the same thing, but maybe tweak it a bit. I don't know, but yeah, I still kind of want to see the East versus West though.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, man. Like one, like we said, there is good world players. Like they are like the top players, but there's just more. You know, better like as far as how many, there's just more stars on the USA side.
Facts.
So at the end of the day, just by numbers alone, we'll win because the bench depth isn't going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And as you saw, besides Wemby and shit, nobody was really playing hard. Pause. Like, they kind of, they don't got it on defense like that. Their offense is crazy.
Offense is crazy.
Excuse me. So that is like, okay, that was cool. But like for me, where I was like confused with this shit, that it didn't make no fucking sense to me, was okay, so it was the Stars and the Stripes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what, the Stars were the red team. So that's what Anthony Edwards and shit like that, right?
Like, yeah, like the younger generation
Yeah, and then the
coming up,
Stripes were
the
the
older
older,
generation, like the
yeah.
Bronze and
Yep.
the Currys and shit like that.
So first game is Stars versus World, right?
Mm-hmm.
World loses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then the second game is Stars versus Stripes. The Stars lose,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now the Stripes face the World after beating the Stars. The
Mm-hmm.
Stripes face the world after beating the Stars, right? They beat the world. So they're at 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
They then play the Stars again, who are now 1-1 because they beat the world and then lost to the Stripes, right? The Stars win and they just win the whole thing. So like I didn't to me that didn't make no sense. Like
Like the setup of it was
I
weird.
said I
Yeah.
said if I just won two, how the fuck if I lose one,
Then I just
then
lose
I'm
it all.
out of here.
Right.
So then like that didn't make sense to me. I felt like they should have ran back another game.
Mm-hmm.
And the way it's set up is like, or you should have just had if somebody does two in a row, they just win it.
Right, because
Like
that's a sweep.
because that's a sweep. And like not for nothing, bro. Motherfuckers is old on that team, man. Like they come on now. Of course, by the third game, they're not gonna win
I
three in a
mean, yeah,
row.
nah, because
You
the
know
way
what I
that
mean? So it was kind of like a setup for the Stripes to not
right,
win that game.
right, right, right.
And I think that was some. We don't want the old heads to still be holding on to the league type shit. I feel
I
like there
can
was
see
a
that.
deeper strategy behind it.
I can
Like,
see
nah,
that.
we need the young bulls to really be the face of the league and you know be
Like
the
they needed
ones
to
you look
find a
at.
star right now within that all star, the new guys right now, because
Yeah, so as far as that goes, that didn't make any sense to me. I didn't really like that. So I think they can honestly tweak it and come up with a better format
mm-hmm.
for it. Just I mean, not even tweak it, bro. It's like you said, just bring back East and West. Like, what are we doing for real? Like, let's just bring back
I
East and
kind of like,
West,
yeah, I miss
and
that.
we didn't need all the extra bullshit. Have like something where their teams, are like a little patch on their fucking on the jersey or something, whatever. Like, I think that's what you need to go back to, and I feel like that will bring the viewership back because the shit's falling off. The dunk contest, trash.
I ain't even like. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't even watch the dunk
There's no
contest.
stars in it, so it's no, you know what I mean. You got Jackson Hayes and them in there, like, and motherfuckers that get 3 minutes of
Yeah,
burn. You know what
yeah,
I'm
and don't
not.
nobody want to see that, bro. People trying to see Ja out there banging poles. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
trying to
like,
see Anthony Edwards. Well, back then we wanted to see Braun do it. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
we're trying to see the bigger names go out there and do it. You know,
And at the
like
end of the day, man, every fucking dunk has been done. So it's like, what are you gonna do anyway? Like that, you're better off. I feel like just take the dunk contest, and it doesn't have to be NBA stars. Fuck it, just go grab, the street dunkers and all of that, and those people, and it'll be way more entertaining because they
yeah.
do way crazier dunks than the people in the NBA are
Right,
doing.
and
You
then
know
it's
what I
seeming
mean?
like the
Like,
3-point contest over the years has just gotten better because like with the competition and that more so than the dunk contest because of the level of shooting has gotten so high over the last like 10, 15 years or whatever that now it's more entertaining to see, Steph versus who when he went against Sabrina. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
that was dope. I thought that was real dope. You know what I mean? I
yeah,
thought that was good for
and
both
it's a real
leagues,
competition.
and it's a you know what I mean. It's a real competition, and like I mean, shit. If they're gonna do that, fuck it. Like just bring horse into this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Have them do horse or some shit like that. But I think really deep down too, when it comes to All Star Weekend, I think a lot of the fans just people want to see that one-on-one game.
Yeah, it would be
People want to
fire.
see that.
That would be
People want to
fire.
see that 1v1. You know what I'm saying? But the people that the stars like the fans would want to see, it's like I think a lot of those athletes are probably a little nervous to get, you know what I mean, for that 1v1 because it's like if you get me,
All right,
you
yeah,
know what I mean,
yeah,
like
it's
you know what I mean. But it's interesting as fuck because you know that they're doing 1v1s, you know what I'm saying, during the off season when they go into LA Fitness and all this other shit, or they're playing like these have to be going down. You know what I mean? So I mean, I think it'll be just dope for the viewership. I think it'll be dope for the fans. Have if they had like a little 1v1 tournament. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like
right. Yeah, nah,
that
it'd be
should,
tough.
you know what I mean? That should be fire.
Yeah, nah, it'd be tough. I think like I like the other shit they did. Like they had the like skills challenge kind of thing with the teams or whatever. They had like Jalen Brunson, Cat, and Allen Houston. Like that's kind of cool. Bringing back like legends. Everything is
Nah, that's
cool.
cool.
I'm
That's
gonna
cool.
keep it a dollar. Everything cool, but the dunk contest, I could do without. You know, like at this point, there's like, what are we doing? So many dunks have been done. The only time that it actually even looks good too is on the replay. So you have to wait until the replay for this shit to like be fire. Because in real time, it's like, oh shit, it happens so quick. When you see the replay, it makes you appreciate the dunk more. But it's the names, bro. It's the names. I'm all set with it. Like I'm not really fucking with it. You know, get the dunk contest out of there. Bring back East versus West, and you know,
I'm with East versus West,
like
bro.
incorporate something else into it. You know, and
I'm
make it like, if you want, like, how about just make it like a shortened game so that way it could be competitive for that. You know what I mean? Like,
I could dig
cause
that too.
like, just make it a shortened game so
I
that
could
way,
dig
look, you
that.
guys could be a little bit competitive at some point in the game, you know, and it can't just be, you know, just letting people shoot shit. You know, you could play basketball like relatively hard, pause, without like getting injured. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you could do that, and you know, it is what it is, though. That's just the choice that they're. You know, who knows what the fuck the NBA is gonna do next year? Like, probably gonna have, they're gonna probably bring the legends back to be in the game, in the All Star game. Fucking got all that, got Jordan out there with the Bulls and shit. Fucking, got Jordan. Ah, shit.
Got Magic out there running a one.
Yeah, right. Like,
We only playing half court.
right. Like, they probably, but at the same time, they'll probably play pause harder than them. Like, they probably like be more competitive than what they doing now. So
If Mike and Magic out there, then definitely, because Mike is he always gonna want to fucking battle Magic,
yeah,
bro.
man. Shit. And speaking of Mike, man, you know, switching topics, bro. You see that boy? What you say? He won the Daytona 500.
Yeah, his team
Like,
won the Daytona 500, bro. Like
couldn't do
that's
it as an
crazy.
owner of a couldn't do it as an owner of a basketball team, but as an owner of a racing team, you know,
You
it,
did
it
that.
worked. You know.
My man did that. Like that was crazy because I went on Twitter and peeped that first. And when I had seen it, I was like, get the fuck out of here. So I had to really
Yeah, Mike.
like do the research. I was like, look at Mike out here still winning chips, man. You know what I'm saying? He on his Magic Johnson shit right now. You know what I'm saying? Going to other avenues to get championships.
I
You know what I
respect it. I
mean?
respect it.
So I thought that was kind of cool, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to him because it seems like he's actually like he actually loves it too. You know what I'm saying? Like there's like a low key passion for it because you could see it in his face when he won. So you know what I mean? Like yo, shout out to MJ, man. He did his thing, man.
Yeah, and I don't know shit about racing though. To be honest, I
Me
can't.
neither.
I don't know who's.
I don't know who the races are,
I
but
remember Jeff Gordon. Like, when they, I'd be
feel
like, I
you,
know Jeff Gordon.
feel you.
I know Kurt Busch, I think, or something like that. I think it's a Kurt Busch in there. Um, I know there was that shorty, Danica Patrick. Remember, she was trying to race with
Dale Earnhardt,
hey, yo,
Dan
rest in
Earnhardt,
peace to Dale Earnhardt Sr. And then
right?
there's
And the
Dale
junior,
Earnhardt Jr.
right?
See, because I know that.
Right. I don't know too much else, but
Cause I locked in, you feel
but
me?
yeah,
And I said, I remember, that's just things that you know. That's like the hood shit. Like, when you in the hood, you know about Dale Earnhardt Jr.
that
and
comes from
Senior.
watching ESPN,
Yeah, like you
and
was
you
just
just going
watching
off
it.
of what you just seen.
Cause back then we didn't have the tablets. We couldn't really just be out there scrolling and going crazy. So like, whatever was on is what you just had to watch for a minute. So if you was waiting for the highlights, the top 10, you might have had to watch a little story on Dale Earnhardt Sr. before that. You
Right,
know, you never.
and it'd be interesting too, though. You
Nah,
know what
you
I
be
mean?
like, oh
Like,
shit,
oh shit, nigga won
yeah,
like 5 races. Okay,
oh shit, yo,
they balling
you
this
know, rest
season.
in peace. Died on the fucking racetrack, man. That shit's crazy. And then his son became a savage too, though. Like, you know, held down the legacy.
Right.
That's all I know about that. Oh, Jimmy Johnson. I know there was a Jim Johnson at one point that he used to win
Yeah,
a lot.
I think you know a little bit more than me,
Bro,
bro.
it's because of like the you know, they be on the Wheaties boxes and shit. You know, you'd be like, oh, because you know America gonna push a NASCAR star off the rip. You know
America.
what I'm saying? Oh, white.
What? America?
Oh, hold up, white.
America? They definitely
And
pushing that.
yo,
Down
Mhm.
south too, man. You know what I'm saying? They love they racing.
Oh,
When I
brother,
lived in Florida, man, they love that shit.
they got Jim Johnson on a Wheaties box, and like, all right, bro, like,
You collecting it?
yeah, yeah. They was like, then they would put some, put some of the black athletes on there and shit, and then they'd be like, I'm not getting that box.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm not getting that box. Nope. I'm waiting for the one with Jeff Gordon on it. My favorite box of Wheaties. So, all right, bro.
I'm
Like,
not getting that box.
yeah, because, like, they was pushing that shit quick. Hold up. What he doing? Turning left a lot at 200? Yo, he nice at turning left, bro. Yo, boy,
Yeah,
nice at turning left, bro.
asshole. Shit, what he
Nah, shout
doing?
out to NASCAR drivers. I know that shit tough. I can't do it. You know what I'm
My
saying?
man said you turn left a lot of times.
I
Okay,
can't do it, but a motherfucker do be cutting up on that highway. I'll tell you that. When I
yeah.
gotta get
Nah, you
somewhere,
know who's ill in NASCAR? It's that pit crew, bro.
oh
Them niggas
boy,
is ill,
choo
bro.
choo
Them
choo
niggas will
choo.
change your tire, you know what I'm saying, fill your tank up and change your oil in like fucking 20 seconds,
Or
bro.
the
In and
mother.
out.
Yeah, they don't even tell you.
That's it.
They t- and they
Boom. Bingo
and
bango. That's it.
Yo, bro, they even tell you like the shit that's wrong. Yo, you gotta replace the air filter as you go.
Right, right. Air filter.
We like, yo, and then they let you know the price, because they trying to make their bread too. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Yeah, them niggas is ill.
they
They
be
be
like,
running up, changing them tires. Fing, 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 fing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas is ill,
Nah,
bro. Shit.
imagine them with a ratchet might be crazy. They might go stupid with it.
That's the nigga that I want changing my tires and doing my oil.
Bro, I wish, bro.
You feel me?
I wish I get my tires changed like that. Pause. That shit sound a little crazy, like getting my tires changed, but can't even say getting your tires changed now. But I feel like if that was an option, like, yo, you want that pit crew service, bro? Yeah, which you out of here in 3 minutes.
Ving, ving, ving. Good, bro.
like,
Give you the bill. That's it. You pay at the front. That's it.
Yo, air filter.
Right.
Y'all couldn't replace it. Well, you got to buy it.
Yo, that's crazy, right? Every time you go to get your oil change, they always try to like upsell you with the air filter, bro.
Filter every
Always,
time.
and it's always like
filter.
some crazy expensive air filter. It can't just be like the little $10 joint. You feel me?
And we could install it for $100.
Bro. Fuck out of here! No,
yeah,
I don't need that.
I don't need that, bro.
We're just gonna clean it off when we get to. Just clean it off.
Just clean it off.
Just get the debris off. Mm-hmm. I'm at my boy gonna do it.
Shit, wild. But that shit's just how it goes, man. You gotta get that motherfucking. You gotta get that NASCAR service sometimes. If you can't get it, you just gonna have to go to Jiffy Lube, bro. I said, shout out Jiffy Lube. Shout out what's the name? Valvoline.
Yeah.
Shout out Valvoline. You know what I'm saying, get you in and out of there. They say 15 minutes. It do be like that though.
Mm-hmm.
It do kind of be. They got their own little pit crew over there. But yeah, man. Moving on, we gotta get into this like controversial shit. Got this Jeff Teague and Zaire Franklin beef, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, Teague out of pocket for the way he was talking to my mans. Not like my mans like I go for the Colts or nothing, but I felt like I was on his side. So my mans, you know what I mean. But just the argument itself, we'll get into how we feel like who was in the right as far as them talking shit to each other, but just that argument of like NFL stars versus NBA stars, where do you feel like what's your opinion on that? Like,
I mean,
like who's the bigger stars, or like who do you feel like?
Well, I think it's easier to say that the NBA stars are the bigger stars because you actually get to see their faces. You feel me? So you know who the player is. With the NBA, with the NFL, these guys are in pads and helmets. So during the game, so for the average sports fan or just a casual football fan or just a sports fan, they're not gonna really know that person off rip. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They'll know him by the jersey number, but that's about it. You feel me? So it's easier to say that there's more NBA stars, especially too if you're not an avid football watcher. if you're just a casual and you know what I mean, you're not really paying attention, then you're probably gonna miss some of the stars. You feel me?
Yeah.
So like with that, like it's kind of hard to say. Like, are there the Ray Lewises out there anymore? No, those guys are gone. Just like there's about to be no more Braun and Steph Curry. You feel me?
Yeah.
So like as far as to say that there's no stars right now, like the NFL or something, like that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of crazy to say because it's like what like is Patrick Mahomes not a star? Is there not a fucking like a Joe Burrow? You know what I'm saying? The Lamar Jacksons. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, shit. I'll even say like somebody like a Scatterbull who just made a
Yeah.
huge impact this season. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If he didn't get injured, we probably would be still be saying his name just because of the energy that he brings to the
Right.
game. You feel me? Like he brings that old school football, just hard nosed balls. I don't care energy. You feel me? But even then, like, is there not a Max Crosby?
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know what I mean? Like,
uh,
it's just kind of hard to say that there's like no stars in this, but it's easy for somebody who doesn't really watch the game like that to say that. You feel me? So to say that, I think it's a little fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I don't think. I mean, shit. If Patrick Mahomes was at any fucking NBA game,
yeah.
nobody's gonna know him.
Yeah. Everybody's gonna know.
If Steph Curry goes to any NFL game, nobody's gonna know
Everybody's gonna know.
him. Exactly. These are household names. You feel me?
Right.
So I mean, it's kind of that's a little fucked up to say. You know what I'm saying? But
So
yeah,
what you saying that they're like equal or
I would say
that?
that they're pretty equal, but the NBA stars are just more visible. You can easily spot those guys out. You
Yeah.
feel me? Because jersey shorts. You feel me? Tank top shorts. Football player helmet pads. During the game, you're who's that guy? Who's that guy? And it isn't until they come off of the field where you see their actual face and be able to say, oh, that's that guy. You feel me?
Mm,
So I say you can say, yeah, the NBA players will have like the bigger name stars or whatever. And plus the NBA is more of a player league. You feel me? It's more
right.
about the player opposed to an NFL. It's more so about the team. You
Yeah.
feel me? So I would say that.
Yeah. So I mean, just because people maybe be able, like, maybe they're able to recognize you more, or I mean, as crazy as it sounds, it's like the best ability is availability. You're
Mm-hmm.
not being. You might have more accessibility to see you,
Mm-hmm.
but the views aren't the same.
That
So,
too.
are you really more of a star? Are people actually going to recognize you more as an NBA star when nobody's watching the game? You know, a lot less people are watching the game. You know, the amount of viewers that Super Bowl gets is crazy. Like right now, Kenneth Walker is probably a household name just off of that, just off of being the Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and it will go vice versa. Like, I'm not saying that, but it's to a certain level. NFL, excuse me, gets a lot more views than the NBA, regardless of the fact that the helmets aren't being shown. You know, the helmets are keeping them from being shown. The game, they're making sure they show the players without their helmets. They're constantly like they know what they're doing. So the NFL, to me, those stars are actually bigger in the sense of they get seen more than NBA players do. Now, when you're going to certain levels of stardom, it's like you're talking. It'll be the same, like you said. If Patrick Mahomes goes somewhere, Stephen Curry, if LeBron goes somewhere, and
You're gonna
and
know these
and you
guys,
know, and
bro.
Tom Brady goes to the same spot, everybody's gonna bug out the same way. You know, it doesn't really.
Facts.
So when you get to that level, so now we'll go down to the tiers below, like the people that are currently in the league, right? You know, um, Luca, you know, Wemby, they're gonna be recognizable pretty much anywhere, especially Wemby just because of how
Yeah,
he
how
looks. You
tall
know
he
what I
is.
mean? But like, it's gonna be on the same level as like if Lamar Jackson goes somewhere. They're making sure now that they're in as many commercials. You know what I'm saying? So, like NFL players are in a bunch of fucking commercials. So I would say that NFL players get seen more. So to me, they're the bigger stars as far as, but the money doesn't equate to that. NBA players get paid more, but they get seen by a lot less people. There's a lot more games, so there's more opportunity for revenue. Football is once a week. Well, now you got the 3 games every week. Which again, smart marketing. The NFL is like always got that growth in how they, their projection, where the NBA has actually been kind of struggling with viewership and trying to figure out how to get through it. The NFL's never struggled with that. So it's kind of
Yeah,
wild,
yo, it's
you
the
know.
I think yeah, like cause I had actually looked up the viewerships in comparison to each other, and it's something. It was like the NFL was like when it just comes to the United States or whatever, it was like 50 something to 20 something,
Yeah, it's
right?
like it's not really
It
close,
was it
bro.
was it was crazy, right? And then so it just got me thinking about just everything, right? And
Yeah.
I'm just like, well, the NFL is smart because like think about it. Your average person works what Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, right?
Hmm.
The NFL, their viewerships are they play Sunday night games or Sunday games all day, right? So that's your day off. You could spend a whole day watching football.
Right.
And then you're gonna watch Monday night football. If the game is on, you're just chilling, relaxing in your bed watching TV. You're more likely to probably watch the game, or you're definitely gonna watch it if your team is on, right?
Hmm.
And but when it comes to the NBA, they're playing a lot of their games. They'll play 2 to 3 games a week, right? A lot of their games are be anywhere from like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much, and maybe Fridays
Yeah.
or something like that, right?
Yep.
Fridays, you're pretty much going out if you got kids and the wife. You're with the kids and the wife, right? Doing that shit Fridays and Saturdays and shit like that. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you're getting ready for your work week, right? If your team is an East Coast team and they have to go and play Golden State, that game isn't coming on till 10.
It's a fact.
You're
Nah,
going, most
you're right.
likely, you're probably going to sleep.
Going to sleep. You on?
So you're
Yeah.
losing a lot of viewership with that, right?
Yep.
So with the NFL, yo, we got you all day. People don't even really want to go to church because they're gonna miss the football game.
Shit. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they're playing it at 12, 4, and 8.
Hmm.
If or yeah, what 12, 4, and 8, right? Are pretty much the times, right? If your team plays at 4, you could do whatever you got to do with your wife, right? Or whatever during the day. Come back, catch your game.
Yeah.
And then catch the night game if you feel like watching that.
Yeah.
The
No, and
timing
then
is just and then now, oh, if your team does play on Thursday, if it's a random, oh, I'll watch this game. Fuck it. You know what I mean?
yeah, and honestly, fucking that NFL got greedy this year. They was throwing 2 Monday night games on. They fucking played on Christmas. You know
Like
what
they're
I'm saying?
trying to
Like they really on some takeover shit. So that's why this is what I'm saying. So like
like
when
it's
it comes to it,
crazy.
like in
And if
the argument, like Jeff, all like the only point he really got is the fact that they get paid more. Everything else, the NFL triumphs the NBA. Fan base, viewership. Come on, bro. Like, I'm sorry, there's nobody crazier than football fans. Like, in the comparison, like these
and that's another
motherfuckers go
thing too.
outside. Look at Bill's Mafia. These motherfuckers be out there in the snow, no shirt on,
Yeah,
all
like
of
there's
that.
more loyalty to the actual teams in football opposed to in basketball. You
Yeah,
feel me?
motherfuckers
Like
go with
there's
players in
they're going
basketball.
with the player. If my favorite player is KD, wherever KD go, I'm riding, right? If I'm that type of
Hey,
a dude.
yo,
Pause, right?
nigga, yeah,
Pause.
I got you.
Right. So you know what I'm saying? So like with that, it's just like yeah, it just goes back to the marketing of like they're marketing the teams over here on the NFL. It's more
Yeah,
because it's a more team based sport. In the NBA, it's more the player. What can this player do to take this team over to the top or whatever?
yeah.
Where in the NFL, it really is more of a team based game. You feel me?
Yeah,
So
and then now just getting into it, like the argument aspect, I think Jeff Teague was completely out of pocket and was very unprofessional, and I felt like Zaire Franklin very proud of the way that he handled himself because, in my opinion, if you're looking at that matchup, I don't think you want that smoke, Jeff Teague. I think you getting your ass whooped. To be honest, bro, this is an NFL player, bro. You been out. You was in the NBA. You been out the league for a grip. So I know you ain't working out like this motherfucker. This motherfucker's currently in the
league
NFL
right now.
He gonna probably beat the dog shit out of you. So for you to even be on some, oh you tough, bro. Oh you tough and da da, bro. You forgot you was disrespecting his name, and this is the problem too. Like just with the community, you feel me? We downplay each other too much, like coming at each other the way we doing. Like I ain't trying to get on no philosophical shit, you know what I mean? Nothing like that, but it really do come down to that. Like you don't see white people really do that type of shit to each other. You know what I mean? Like the way the degrading is. It's like you degrading a name and you're trying to do this on a platform, bro, where like not for nothing, we really need to be sticking together on shit. You know what I'm
And the
saying?
crazy thing was,
Like
I think that he like
we can't.
invited him onto the show to talk
Yeah,
about
bro.
football. You feel me?
It's
So
just it was weird to me. I'm gonna be real, Jeff T. That shit to me, that Jeff T. The way Jeff T. acted was weird. That shit was weird to get mad at a man for getting upset that you were getting his name wrong, bro. And he trying to tell you like, yo,
that's not
like
my
that's
name.
not my name, and you keep going with the shit. And then that you tough, bro. Like, oh, you can get the fuck up out of here, like, bro. You doing all it like that's that you doing it because everybody here type shit, and motherfuckers probably ain't gonna want to get up and do you dirty on the podcast type shit. But afterwards, I might have had to really been like, yo, let me
Yeah,
can I holler
I
at you
think
outside because you was talking a little crazy. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Which again, minorities and shit like that, bro. Like we gotta be. Come on, bro.
He
We can't be doing that shit on these shows, bro. Like this shit just not it. You know what I'm saying? Like it was degrading to him. You were degrading another man pretty much on your show. You know what I'm saying? And it was out of
and
pocket.
I like Jeff too, bro. Jeff's
Yeah, I
podcast
know. Just
520 is
I fuck
fire. You know what
shout
I'm
out to
saying?
520
Club
podcast.
520 is fire.
But
Jeff
I
got
don't
the fire stories, and
yeah.
all his shit be actual factual because you could always fact check it. There's nothing but receipts behind this joint. It was just he had a little slip up right there. You know what I mean? And it
Yeah.
was definitely one of those like, come on, bro, like you took it all the way left, my G. Like, come on, like if you wasn't feeling the game, like a lot of people wasn't feeling the game. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
nah,
But at the end of the day, that's still the biggest game of the year.
yeah,
Don't no game compared to the Super Bowl, bro.
yeah.
Nothing compares to the Super Bowl, bro. And then at the same time, just going back to popularity, football is still leading the way in that. You know what I'm saying? The NBA is just a more global game. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot more global, but the way that the NFL is moving right now, shit.
Bro, not for nothing. Like, not even trying to say like come at like Tatum or none of that. Boy just won a chip and all of that. I feel like Josh Allen is more popular than Jason Tatum,
Could
and
be
he hasn't even won anything. You feel me?
just from the way that they
Just
talk about the
yeah,
nigga.
and the viewership and all. Like I said, he get when he play in that AFC divisional game, that the amount of views, and then again, like you said, how much they talk about him. I'm not saying that he's better in his career.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying he's more popular than Jason Tatum, who just won a championship.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because football, again, the viewership is more. You're gonna get more eyes on you. You're gonna get especially when you're a quarterback, especially quarterbacks, bro. Like quarterback, all the fucking quarterbacks are famous as fuck, bro, just because of the scrutiny that they're all under. So it's like they're constantly getting talked about versus
Yeah.
some of the NBA players, like they. And then again, it's so many games going on in the NBA. It's like you gotta switch up who you talk about every day. You gonna every Sunday you're gonna talk about the same person. You know what I mean? Pretty much. Like it depends.
Depending on the team
Yeah.
and how the
Like
team is doing, the
so.
controversy behind that team and all that. Yeah.
But shout out Zaire Franklin, man. Like he definitely held his composure, and he just saying like, yo, this is what we on, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like we could take it. Well, he ain't trying to
And a
take
lot
it
of
there.
times I be feeling a lot of times ever since these like debates between basketball and football comes up, I always feel like it's always there's always this unfair advantage on some of these shows because it's always 3 or 4 basketball players versus this one fucking football guy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
or people that just work with the basketball.
You're right.
players.
So, and a lot of times it's like a damn. Why? Like, if you're gonna have a real debate, have it like a like. Let's take 3 or 4 like current football players or whatever, even retired football players, and then like 3 or 4 retired NBA players or even current NBA players, and have a debate like that. Opposed to this, it's like, all right, you came on my show, it's a basketball show, but there's 3, 4 of us, so you get 3 or 4 experiences or 3 or 4 opinions versus your one.
Right, yeah.
And so sometimes I be feeling like a lot of that shit be like uneven and shit. Like,
yeah.
Like, come on, man.
But I did see Jeff T. I seen that there's an episode he apologized to,
which
so,
was real. Which was real. Which was real. Which was real. Because you know what I'm saying?
He was wrong in
right.
that situation.
Right.
Yeah,
and he said it too. He definitely said that, you know, he was wrong for that, and you know, everybody, you know, B-Hen and everybody was coming at him for it because of how he was. So, you know, like, this a little slip up by Jeff, because, you know, Jeff a good dude, man.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, man, motherfuckers just be talking shit.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Everybody be talking shit. And some motherfuckers, we just, you know, especially when you're from the hood, you know, sometimes it get a little intense in that bitch.
Right, get a little.
But like I said, testy. You know, so motherfuckers don't go around judging. We gotta learn how to, you know what I'm saying, get along a little bit more on these platforms, especially like 520 get a lot of views. You know what I'm saying? So
520 is dope as shit.
And I fuck with that shit. I fuck with the stories, like I said.
520.
Ray had me dying on that hoe. You seen Ray? The Asian kid, he be streaming.
Oh shit.
He said, why you always getting cooked, bro? Every story. He said every story. He said you always getting cooked in these shits, bro. Like he said, oh, I know why, because you be going to all types of different teams and shit. Shit funny as hell, man.
Nah, Ray is funny though.
Shout out to 520 podcast, man. Shout out Jeff T. You know what I'm saying? He said, why you always getting cooked, bro? Like every story is
so we could be 1v1 right now. after the show.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? But hey, like I said, motherfuckers do just be talking shit. And speaking of another motherfucker talking shit, you got James Harrison, man. Former Savage, you know. I mean, no, still a Savage, but like crazy Savage on the field.
Playing fucking volleyball with medicine.
Workout. I mean, the workouts are insane. You know what I'm saying? And he has some words basically saying that like Mike Tomlin don't deserve to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, just based off of playoff performances in the past years and no coaching tree. So, what you think? You think Mike Tomlin first ballot or
no?
Right. And what are your reasons? Wait, hold on. But Bill Belichick wasn't.
No.
Okay, yeah. So never mind. Go ahead. Keep going. My fault. Go ahead.
No. Because if they would have let Tomlin in and not this nigga, then that would have just been like, wow, this is crazy. This is blasphemy. Wow, what the fuck happened? You know what I'm saying?
I forgot about that.
But nah, I don't think he's first ballot Hall of Fame. He got 2 chips, right?
One.
He got the one with the second one, right? Yeah. The first one, Kyle won it.
Yeah.
With Bettis.
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
They both of them were with Ben, with Big Ben. But
yeah, Ben got both, but yeah,
coaches.
Yeah, because that's Kyler got his when this dude was a rookie.
Yep.
But no, I don't think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. I think he's a good coach. Yeah. I don't think he's necessarily a first ballot Hall of Famer though. I know. I mean, his team's gotten into the playoffs every year, but a lot of those years they were just getting in. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were just making it.
A lot of 10 wins.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so there wasn't no real crazy standout seasons. No, if you want to go, you know, coaching tree, you can go coaching tree. But I just don't think he really had any, like, standout seasons. He has seasons where it's just like you had good seasons. You were able to get to the playoffs and give your team a chance. But there was never any type of breakout season. No, I don't think there's any monument like
besides the chip.
Yeah, besides that, but there's no like big moments in these seasons. There's no. I don't see that. I don't see that. But I mean, he's a good coach though. Good coach. I mean, shit. What more can you ask for? You got your team to the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean,
every year. That's great. But I mean, you got a chip. That's great. It's hard to win championships, and you got one. So that's dope. But I don't think, like I said, there's no breakout seasons. There's no season that makes me like, damn, that nigga was like coach of the year that year. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
he took a team that was this and made them into that. And you know what I mean? Like I don't see any of that.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like once like I said, yeah, if Bill Belichick is in first ballot, I don't know who can be at this point. So, um, with Mike, I feel like a lot of times though, to give him the benefit of the doubt, I don't think he was always given the best weapons or given the best choices to
Mm-hmm.
get, like I feel like maybe his GMs weren't going as hard to acquire talent. Maybe I don't know.
Possibly.
He did get to the playoffs a lot of first round exits. I know he got a losing record in the playoffs, so that has to matter to some extent. You know, regular season success is cool, bro, but especially when it comes to Steelers, who are they have 6 championships. They want to get rings. Um, he can't be a first ballot Hall of Famer just off of the Bill Belichick shit. But let's erase that. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer, I would say, because having getting to the playoffs in the NFL is
It's
tough,
hard. It's
and
hard in
and
any
again, like I
profession,
said,
bro.
he did it with a lot of different talent, a lot of different pieces. And he was able to make it work, just not get the playoff success. But you already kind of knew that with a lot of his teams. Like you were like, yeah, y'all got into the playoffs, but y'all not about to win this shit. Um, I think it is a little like I don't know what happened, between him and James Harrison, where that shit, there has to be some type of little animosity there for him to, like, I feel like, cause why would you say it? Like, I understand people giving opinions on shit. I just don't understand, like, if he's my coach and also gave him a second chance too.
Mm-hmm.
Like he brought James Harrison back onto the Steelers after he had left and all that, like retired, like brought him out of retirement type shit or whatever when he was on the verge of retirement and brought him back to the Steelers. So like when somebody like that says something, it makes me think that there was something that happened between y'all. Cause I feel like the love there
Possibly.
you shouldn't even, you just kind of let it be. Whatever happens, happens. Like, cause you being the person you are, you're gonna have impact on what people think at the end of the day. Like, people are gonna think, like, well, if James Harrison is saying that shit, it might be valid. Like he shouldn't
Yeah.
be at first. So maybe a voter's gonna think another way, but fuck it. I'm not saying don't say your opinions, but you saying that makes me think some shit happened. I don't know, but like I said, that's just my assumption to it, or like kind of the feeling I'm getting off of it.
Possibly.
But hey, it is what it is, man. Sometimes you're not a first ballot Hall of Famer, but as long as you make it, who gives a fuck? Like does that really matter? Y'all all in the same place anyway. I always say there should be a little bit separation. It should be like tiers and like wings for the Hall of Fame. Like some people shouldn't really sit with other people, but that's just me. I like
I
I
wonder if they do have it set up like that.
Nah, they don't. It's people are next to each other. It's just like how the Hall of Fame is in for our shit. It's not like there's special wings for players like where you see dope shit like that,
Like
but
how they had the Kobe
they're still
Lewis
gonna
for
have
yeah.
them another Hall of Famer kind of close to him that probably isn't as good as them.
Probably just
And
by alphabetical order type
yeah,
shit.
some crazy shit like that.
Or
But
list by quarterbacks in alphabetical order, all quarterbacks, all linemen,
yeah,
shit like that. I got you.
yeah,
It probably yeah. I mean, that would be a dope trip to take, just to see the Hall of Fame,
yeah,
see
man. We
how
should
that
do that and record it and vlog that shit
see
and then
how
put
that
it
shit
on that.
is.
Yeah,
That because we are we live here, so we see the Basketball Hall of Fame all the time. But that should be dope. I mean, shit, Cooperstown would even be dope.
yeah. All
Um,
that shit will be fire,
that
man.
should be fire to see. I just like one thing I like. about shit like that, seeing like the old jerseys and shit like that, looking at some of the old photos and
Yeah,
shit.
it's good to know some
You
history.
know
You
what
know
I
what I'm saying?
mean?
Yeah.
Cause like yeah, cause I was just watching. I've been watching like documentaries lately on sports, bro. Just watched the documentary on the ABA. It's on fucking Amazon Prime. Y'all should go check that out. That's just fire. Um, and another one about the Bucks, about their little history. From how they started to where they're at now. It's a little 10 episode joint. That joint was pretty fire too.
Word.
Like that. So yeah, like I'm a big sports fan. So you know anything sports related, I'm probably gonna tap into it. You know, like when it comes to history shit like that, because it's always good to know. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
nah, that's how
So
you get right.
you know what I'm saying?
And it's dope to kind of pull out a like random fact
Random
about some
facts,
shit.
you know
You
what
know what
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying?
I learned some shit about the Mets a few months ago, and you know, felt pretty cool about that. Like, all right, that's cool to know. All right,
Hell yeah,
little
hell yeah.
little sun in the back pocket just in case I'm talking to a baseball guy. You know
Right, yep,
what
yep.
I mean?
But yeah, man, that's a wrap for this episode, dog. Episode 33, man. The big Larry Bird in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't really fuck with the Celtics, no disrespect, but I do fuck with Larry Bird. I got respect for the legends. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is your host Jake spreading love. I'm signing off this bitch. Lex.
You already know who it is, man. Just make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe.
All right, y'all. We out. Peace.